Hey, it's Chris here. Been a while since the last vlog, but we've made a lot of progress on this affirmation app for parents, and I want to show you some of the functionality. So I've got it open right here, and as you can see, I am swiping through different affirmations. I can go backwards as well, and I can favorite the ones that resonate with me. By default, they'll be added to a liked quotes folder, and you can create brand new ones for different types of emotion, like, I don't know, worthiness or something like that. Or how about like guilt? Because there's a lot of guilt when it comes to being a parent. Let's put it in the guilt folder. So you can do that. And when you want to deal with that emotion, maybe you want to feel better experiencing some of that, you can go back and you can look at the different affirmations related to that. So however you would like to organize them. You can also delete folders like that. And there is a settings screen to capture your streak. Oh yeah, there's a streak system to motivate people to come back and read more affirmations. Now, there's also an onboarding process with some additional functionality that I would like to show you. So I launched it in another simulator, looks like this. And let me walk you through this. So this onboarding experience, a lot of how this app looks, you'll see is inspired by another affirmation app that I won't name right now. And also the onboarding process was also modeled after that. And I will say that because we don't know what we don't know, the only best way to do this is to base it off of someone else who's done the research, right? Who has been in the market for a while. So this is loosely, some parts a little more closely based off of other affirmation apps. But my plan is as we launch it and we actually talk to our users, we'll start molding the app to what is useful for parents. So the whole idea of the onboarding process is to personalize the types of affirmations that will be shown, because there are parents of kids that are different ages. There are parents in different situations. And as a result, they'll be like dealing with different types of emotions. So there's push notifications so that you can receive affirmations without having to launch the app. You can get up to 10 times a day. You choose when it starts and when it ends. And then there are some other questions. Now, the onboarding process is something that we're still working on. These questions are still like a TBD. Maybe a quarter of these questions are still in discussion. For example, this screen, this is a lot of information. I don't think we would want to present it this way. Plus, the options themselves are really wordy and hard to understand without reading every single option. And so there has to be a better way to display this. And so that's what we're working on, trying to sort that out. Okay, so we also have widgets. So you can actually install the widget and it'll tell you how to do it. So there's that, and then we're done the onboarding process. So then there's streak, first day streak. And there's like, this is a work in progress. The tip doesn't look quite right, but there's a little bit of instruction on how to use the app. So let me show you how the widget looks. So originally we were going to launch with themes as well, but it didn't make it for the core release. And also changing the app icon, customizing that was another thing that we wanted to launch with. But as we're getting into this, I realized that rather than rush those features, probably better just to leave it for a future phase when we have time to really get down and to understand it and make sure it works properly. So here's the widget as well, so that people can read affirmations without launching the app. So that's where it's at right now. I would say we're very close to launching this first version. Again, we have to sort out the categories because these categories of affirmations are way too wordy and it's really hard to understand what these categories help you with. So we have to reword them and probably present this in a different way. There's still like little things here. As you can see, the white header, you can see maybe this fading of the tab bars is not perfect either. Notifications, I think this screen is not 100%. This was just me as a developer putting all the options in here. I don't think we've specified a design for that. So here's another white text on gray background. So a lot of little nitpicky things that we have to sort out. But yeah, I'm really excited. The other thing that we started doing was capturing a wait list. So if you have not joined the wait list and you are a parent and this is something that you think might be interesting to you, I would urge that you go to affirmations.framer.website and enter in your email. We'll send you an email when you can download it in the App Store. Now, the other cool thing is that we started posting on social media. So I created social media accounts for this brand across all of the popular platforms, and we started posting this week. So there are about 7 posts, but it's been quite difficult in getting views and impressions. I think it's very different from when I started Code with Chris. I think it was a little bit easier back then, but now a lot of people are creating content. But that's just how it goes. It's just, if you want to get attention for your app, you're just going to have to play the social media game. That's one way, at least. That's the first step in our marketing plan. So I'm just going to do a shameless plug here. Please give us a follow on the Daily Parent app on Instagram, on the Facebook. Did I say on the Facebook? On Facebook, we're the Daily Parent. And then on X, we are Daily Parent app. Yeah. Give us a follow. Help us get that initial boost. Hopefully the algorithm likes us and we'll continue to send or actually distribute our posts and showing it to different people. And I think these are the most important platforms. I mean, we're also on Threads if you're a Threads user. We're on everything. On LinkedIn, I created accounts for everything, and I think we've cross-posted our posts on all the different platforms too. So hopefully, as we continue to work on this week after week, we can start to gain some traction on social media. And then when we finally launch the app, also post about it here. And my hope is that we start building an audience that will help us with the app so that we can understand like which direction to drive the app in. Because right now, a lot of these decisions that are being made are not really based on anything but best guesses. For example, like one huge thing is thinking about how parents will actually use this app, right? Some of us on the team are thinking that parents would open this app, read some affirmations at the start of their day, and get their mind set straight, right, for the rest of the day. Other people, like myself included, think that this will be a tool that when a certain thing happens, say you yell at your child and you feel guilty or feel bad about it, then you'll think to, hey, maybe I can launch the app and read some affirmations in regards to yelling at my kid, and then to deal with that sort of like emotion and that heaviness and that negativity. So there are different use cases, but it'll all be revealed when people are actually using it and talking to those users and seeing how it's most helpful to them, where the app can add the most value to their lives. Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to that. That's going to be a new experience for us, but I'll share it with you every step of the way. I hope sharing this behind the scenes is helpful to you as we build this app, and thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I'll see you in the next video.